Hello. I am I'm trying to make an RPG. And since I don't have the internet, I'm just gonna record a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. I got let's see. I've got this control screen which I don't need anymore because I messed that up. I got the map. This is my world map, which is really a universe map since I'm making a spacey RPG. And RPG Maker has a bunch of medieval crap in it, so I had to make this spacey with whatever they gave me. Or with whatever I could find, really. So I guess I should show you what I have so far. Some keyboard controls. I'm probably going to make that its own separate page. I have the default things in here. I'm going to draw my own icons eventually. And here we go. I want to make it so that when the text goes across the screen, you hear that little boop, 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 boop thing that it does in most games. Like it's typing it out as it's going along. And I wrote all of this. And this is the ship. This is the ship Vermilion. This is a jail cell. Or the brig, I guess you would call it on the ship. It's the brig. And you get your own special red carpet thing. This is your own private dungeon cell. And I've already tested it, and you can go back in and you can go back out, and you can't escape past him because he stands right here and you can't walk through here. I need to make this book say something or give something. So that's kind of something you have to go back and look at. You have to notice that the book is there. And I also did this carpet so that the player would know where to go. They could just follow this route, or they could just go somewhere else and look at this other stuff. This will eventually be populated with guards and distraught Mysians. You are, if you look, you're the Mysian prince. I think if you look at your status, Vermin prince. Right now you're the Vermin prince. But your race is called Mysian. You are Beryl, a Mysian prince. It's more. This is just the holding cells. This is about as transportery as I could get it. These buttons. I'm gonna have a beam of light come and like transport you, like in Star Trek, to make it actually like a transporter. And so we have these buttons, and you can go and see what these do. Green is right next to the one you just came from. So I guess the natural progression for a player would be, oh, let's click the next one over. And it's green, which means it must be good. Psychology. Color theory. I haven't made any accessories or gifts. I'm going to make weapons and items specifically for this game last. Because there's a lot of stuff in the database and I don't feel like going through it right now. I'm going to make the maps first. Then I'm going to populate it. Then I'm going to write dialogue. And then I have to like make transfer events between the two of them. And then I have to set up the items so that you can like have a key to open a door, have a specific person in the party do blah blah blah. Like you would have a Pokemon use cut after it learns HM1 or something. But I've put like rudimentary things down on the ship. If you weren't the Princess Squeaky Toy, I'd kill you. So these are Kaiths. They're cat-like people. And this is a Mysian who's decided to stop fighting his captors and kind of be like the underground black market kind of guy. And he will sell you I currently don't have any credits on here. I need to like make myself have 9,999 credits. Playtesting. You gotta be able to buy it all and make sure all the weapons work. So that's how that's gonna be. And here's this guy. The fallen prince come to buy new clothes. I'm almost honored. Did you want something? You would still address me as prince. I'd be happy to call you Rat if you prefer. I was just surprised. Yeah. Kates have enslaved the Mysians. They used to be on the same planet. But you find all that out from this guy. He's the history guy. This is kind of like a game testing preview of what I'm working on. And if you say no, he'll be here. If you change your mind. This is one of the cow people. He's got horns. And this chick doesn't really have a cat sprite for her icon, so I just picked people with icons that didn't really show their ears. Case only. If you have a voucher from the prince, you can buy weapons from her and buy weapons and armor from him. I think armor for him and weapons for her. The cows are peaceful because they're cows. So you would talk to these guys first since they're up here, and these guys second, and this person last. Or I guess someone would run straight forward, but that's why I didn't put this button in the center, so they would be like, oh, where do I go? Do I talk to the nearest person, or do I just, where do I go? I want them to talk to everybody. And then you go to the bridge, and there's all these fancy buttons. And I had to make it look like a console. I'm telling you, there's nothing that looks spacey in here. I'm working with dirt. So I have switches and levers and buttons, and apparently these are jewels, and these are just normal wall textures that kind of look like a table or some kind of spread when you put it down next to each other. So that's why that's what I have right here for a placeholder. I've never made spreads before. So this is going to be interesting. Here's sickbay, and I'm debating whether or not to make sickbay purple or a blue button. Because you normally think blue when you think sickbay, because Star Trek, because sickbay's medical personnel and science personnel have blue. But blue is reserved for the captain, who has blue hair. There he is. So I guess like sickbay is purple because it's a combination of red and blue, and you get bloodied and messed up when you go to sickbay, and you get the blue for caregivers. I don't know what I'm thinking. But this is where you would warp to all these different worlds. I only have one crystal set up right now, and there are going to be people standing in front of here who will block you from going to these crystals until you do such and such permission and get items and stuff. But I don't have any items right now, so they're just going to take me where I want to go. This is the Kingdom of Dust. I keep accidentally hitting the B button. God, I'm trying to dash. That's what I'm trying to do. Run, 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 run. This is the planet of dust, and its inhabitants look a bit like rabbit people. So they're dust bunnies. Ah. So if you have the captain in your party, he will move the switch. If you do the switch right now, it's too heavy to move. But if you have him, a little teleporty thingy will come down here, and you will get into the lab. But since I have to test whether or not the lab is working properly, I have to make a secret entrance, which I have marked with conspicuous little red carpet things. So I found out that I can't walk over these because I put cracks in here for decoration, and luckily I didn't put them right here because I was afraid of just such a thing, but I have inadvertently blocked myself off from this path. because I can't walk through glass. I can't walk on glass. So there's an experiment that went terribly wrong, and another member of your party will be in there, and she will accompany you. She's a dust bunny that's been altered to have case DNA because there's a terrible secret that the case are withholding. Ooh. Play the game to find out what's going on. And here's the castle for the bunnies. I need to make it so that you can't walk through these hovering bits of rock. But yeah, you can't even really properly see all of this castle. It's so big. Well, here we go. And here's where the king and queen would sit. And all of the people are going to stand right here like so. And I guess I'm going to make doors. Maybe I'm going to make a second level to this castle. I'm not sure. Maybe there's more goodies. Maybe there's a treasure room. Who knows? And over here, that little red thing. These little red things that I'm putting down. It means there's a treasure or an item that you're supposed to get. So you would get like permission to go to the temple. And here's the temple. And again, just making sure these transfer events work. And I put this here for like a locked door. That's not going to stay there. I'm going to get an actual door when I make the transfer event. And yes, there's treasure here. It's a temple. It's got little burial sites here. An identical kind of room. Almost. And here's temple 1. And this is the only way out of it. It's a really short temple, so I didn't really make an exit strategy. I might just make it transport you back out here. Or back out to the front of the temple once you beat the boss. Or find out the information or whatever it is I'm going to have happen. I can walk through this. That is not supposed to be like that. More things I have to fix. Do-do-do. And that's a secret thingy, and you're supposed to be able to go down to the lab and get that. I have to make a way to get that. And you can go back to the ship. There you go, and you're back on the ship. And one bit of dialogue. One bit of dialogue with the captain. You really have no choice, you know. He wasn't kidding about those electrical shocks, I'm telling you. You do get, I guess you will be, damn it. I don't know if I make him able to damage you just by talking to you. There's a risk that if you ignore him too many times, he will kill you. Depending on how much damage it does. But yeah, that's all I got right now. Well, that's not all I have. I have a few other temples and things, but I don't have transfer events to go to them yet. And I don't want to spoil everything. This is just the ship and the first encounter. So that's what I have for the game so far. At least as far as the ship and stuff. This is like the overworld. This is a special place you have to get to, and another special place you have to get to, and there's the end of the game kind of person that you talk to. Yes. The Easter egg, and I think the snowman is going to be an Easter egg too. I'm trying very hard to make this look spacey. I'm not sure if I'm succeeding. A lot of stuff in space is weird. Who knows? This is just some weird little, I guess, portal. I was thinking like the Majora's Mask ending with the giant tree and it's a weird little pocket of space. I don't know, but this is like the big bad place that you have to go to. And these are starfish, which are Rafflesia at the moment, but they kind of look like stars. They got 5 points. And there's green ones, and I was gonna make like red 5-pointed starfish and green 6-pointed starfish, and they look plant-like, but they're marine-ish creatures that are not in water, they're in space. I don't know what I'm doing. These little things right here, these are satellites and or planets. And this is dust. This is where it just came from. And these are stars, twinkling stars. Like, you can't see twinkling because I have no way to get onto this map. There's no transfer event to go into space and fly around at the moment. So this is kind of a preview. And this is a restaurant at the end of the universe. I can't remember if it's at the end of the universe or the end of the galaxy. I think it's... I'm not sure. This is also a thing. I think if I go here, you can see it better. Yeah. You can see the stars kind of fade out. It's because they're events. Their only function in the event right now is to twinkle. But maybe if you run into them, you'll get transported somewhere else, or something will happen. You never know. Just run into all the stars. Talk to them. Talk to the stars. And this is another little thing. Secrets. I don't want to give away anything. I think that's all I'm going to say for now. So yeah, here's do. I think, yeah, here's the other place you can go to. Secret. Yeah. And yeah, here, I'm not the best dungeon maker over here, but you know what I'm saying. I'm trying. And the storehouses. Yeah. And the Renarin Memorial. And you're gonna have to collect something to get into here and do stuff. So that's a secret place. Don't want to give away too much there. And what else do I have? The lower decks. This is where all the Mysians stay. The Mysians they brought on board anyway. And here's where that orange transporter button is. If you go to the brig, you'll see there's an orange button here. It transports you to the lower decks. I guess I could do that now. I don't want to do that on the screen. I just wanted to show you this. I haven't designed the inside of these. I'm calling them Mysian shacks right now. I have no idea. I have no idea how I'm going to decorate this or what. That's why I've not been doing this for a while. Like 2 days. I haven't been working on this. Because it's getting kind of tiring right now. I'd rather do the characters, but I'm trying to do this in some kind of like order. I'm trying to have like a plan. So I would do all the maps first, and then do all the inside of the maps, and then the people, and then the dialogue, and then the transfer events, and then the items and stuff. So I wouldn't miss anything. I'm not sure exactly how long this game is gonna be, but yeah, I gotta make something. I gotta make a map for every single little thingy-mabob on here. Just about. This is done, but if I want to have an encounter with a starfish, I guess that's a battle event. I need something for here, something for here, something for here, here, this thing, Already made this thing and this thing. That's a transport thing. I don't need that. And here. And the little orbiting satellites everywhere. I would say I have to make about 20 more maps. At least 20 more maps, not including all of the shacks for the mice, because I also need houses for the cats. Like the case. Yeah. So I have a lot of work to do. I mean, I didn't think this game would be that um big. I didn't think it would be that big of a game. But it's looking like a kind of lengthy game. Like, I don't know. Let's see. I'm just gonna see. Maybe it's one of those 8-hour games. Kind of long, a little bit long. I don't know. I have to see. But yeah, that's what I have so far. An RPG Maker. I hope this is recording. Dear Lord. So yeah, I guess I'll make another video when I'm halfway done. Halfway done. I don't want to give anything away when I do it halfway and then almost done. And then, like, I guess I'll be in alpha or beta. Beta testing. I guess I'm beta testing. I guess when I give it to people, it'll be alpha testing. Yes. So when I'm ready to alpha test, that's when I will make another video. Yes. Well, there we go.